Good morning, everybody. This is your man, David Young, aka Lyricist. Welcome to the Coffee and Convo podcast. I appreciate you guys for tuning in today. I hope you're off to a pleasant start. And there's going to be a couple things I'm going to talk about today, but I want to start out by talking about or requesting of you guys. Take the time out to show appreciation to those that have been in your life and have been a positive pillar in your life. Make sure you let those individuals know that you appreciate them. Appreciation goes a long way. And a lot of people don't realize how far appreciation goes. Just telling somebody thank you can go a long way. If you have a great support system around you, you let those people know that you know that's a part of your support system, how much you appreciate them. Tell them thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for having my back. Thank you for being there for me. Just let them know, because you don't know how much that can mean to a person just hearing it. Sometimes we take advantage of the individuals in our lives and we never let them know how much we appreciate them. So with that said, take the time out of your day. You know, if you can get on social media and mess around on there for hours on end and text and make bullshit phone calls to individuals that's not contributing to your life in a positive manner and all that stuff. If you can make time for BS, you can make time for the people that has been a part of your support system, that has had your back. Tell them thank you and you appreciate them. All right. Now off to one of my main topics. I want to tell you this from the jump. The truth goes a very, very long way. Actually, the truth is undisputed, undefeated. See, people are afraid of the truth because it shows things in them that they are not comfortable with dealing with. I've been guilty of it. I've heard some things about myself and seen some things about myself that I did not like. But I allow myself the opportunity to sit back and reflect, dissect, rebuild, repurpose, refinish myself, because every day is an opportunity to improve. And I recognize that. Now, there's a lot of things that the truth does. The power of the truth can change your life, can help you survive tough situations, can get you through tough situations. I believe that the best coping mechanism in the world, in this existence of ours, is the truth. Especially when it comes to relationships, friendships, or whatever interaction we have as human beings. The truth will absolutely set you free. Now, I'm going to dive into an example, and I know that there's somebody that's listening to this that needs to hear this. Is that if you're in a tough position, you find yourself dealing with heartbreak, you find yourself dealing with a hard position in your life, and you don't know how you're going to get over it, I want to tell you this. Go into your bathroom or wherever you have a mirror and start to talk to yourself and tell yourself the truth. If it was a hard relationship breakup, this is what you tell yourself. Or ask yourself, was it always good? Start to look at the signs of when things start to get shaky before the initial breakup. Same thing with friendships. Look at the situations that could have contributed to the breakup or falling out. See, we have to understand why the terminology coping exists. Because there's hard periods in our lives where we feel like we just can't get over the hill, like we just can't get over the hump. So to make it through that, some people do the unhealthy thing and they try to ignore it instead of finding a healthy coping mechanism. And the healthiest coping mechanism is the truth. You cannot run from it. It's going to always be there. I had a relationship where it was abusive. It wasn't good for me. The individual was toxic. When I allowed myself to sit down and think about those things and like, man, I wanted to believe that the relationship was great because of the good memories, the things that, I remember as far as my contributions to the relationship and everything. But was it always good? I had to tell myself it was not always good. I had to remember the points in a relationship where it was really, really bad. It was really, really hard. It was really, really toxic. And I had to accept that. It was hard, but guess what? It made the recovery period go faster. I was able to recover and move forward because guess what? I told myself the truth. I didn't run from it. And I was allowed to heal in a healthy manner and move forward and move on. That's why I say the best coping mechanism you can have, you already have that skill. Tell yourself the truth. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, like, man, there was something there that was not good for me. You may not remember everything that led up to the initial end, but you know something happened, and you have to tell yourself and accept that it was not the healthiest thing for you. Because being sad and unhappy is unhealthy. It is completely unhealthy. You deserve happiness. You deserve healthiness, physically and mentally. So, hear this and take this in. Truth is the best coping mechanism we can have. We don't have to make it. And that's why going to therapy is a good thing too, because sometimes we can't even find the truth ourselves because we've buried it so deep. So therapists help us reach it. There's nothing wrong with going to see a therapist because therapists can help you through some of the roughest times in your life, help you reconnect with the things that you didn't think that was possible. That's what they're there for. A therapist, a life coach, they're there to tell you the truth, lead you back to the truth, because they also know that there's no stronger cure for a broken heart or a broken situation in the human mind and heart than accepting the truth. I know it's hard. I know it sucks, but it's necessary. You guys tune into this stuff because you want to hear me say the brutal honesty, the truth. I don't pull any punches. I don't hide behind bullshit. I don't make things up. Because a lot of people will sell you that BS all day. They're all over Facebook. They're all over YouTube. These fake life coaches, these fake mentors, these fake, therapists. Life is meant to be lived in the healthiest way possible. You only got one chance at it. You only got one chance. So you got to make the most of that chance. Don't put yourself in a predicament to where it is you're just accepting things and making yourself miserable. That's the other thing I want to talk about. Accepting it because it's the easiest thing to do is a terrible idea. If I would have just accepted that I was great in the hospitality industry. I was great as underground hip hop artist. I would have been fine with that. But I evolved over the years. I accept that I was evolving. So now I do things as an entrepreneur, as an investor. I was able to evolve and accept that evolution was happening. You have to accept that sometimes it's just best to just let certain mindsets go and not just sink into a mindset of mediocrity and just accepting things the way it is and not challenging the norm puts you in a position of having a losing mindset. I am not here to lose. I am here to win. I am here to conquer. And I won't accept anything less than greatness. And I say that out loud because I believe it wholeheartedly. I'm not going to accept mediocrity. I'm not going to accept things because it's the easiest thing to do. I'm not looking for an easy out. I'm looking for a way to make my mark. And the only way you can make your mark is challenge the norm. Those two things run hand in hand. If you're not going to sit up here and start telling yourself the truth and not allow yourself to cope with certain things and heal in a positive manner, or just accept things for the way that it is, you're destined to be broken and you're destined to lose. And that's not something that you want. We were not put here to accept things as is. We were not put here to allow ourselves to be conquered by our minds and our hearts. Be a ruler, be a king, be a queen. Teach our children how to be strong and make sure that they understand that they're a prince or a princess until the time comes for them to become a king or a queen. Because a prince doesn't wake up a king. He evolves into one. Same thing with the princess. She doesn't wake up a queen. She evolves into one. It's our job to build ourselves and make sure our legacy understand that as well. Challenge ourselves to be better. Don't just accept things because it's easy. That's a cop-out. No more copping out. Look in that mirror. Start telling yourself the truth. Don't accept things for the way that it is. Challenge it. Make it better. Work harder. Accept evolution. Accept your evolution. Because evolving is beautiful. Good reference to use is butterflies. They start out as caterpillars. They go through the process of wrapping themselves in a cocoon. And if done right, they evolve into a beautiful butterfly. Allow yourself to be the butterfly. Evolve. If there's a hard time in your life, let your coping mechanism, let your only coping mechanism be the truth. Do not just accept things because it is easier to accept it. Challenge the norm and rise above. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Coffee and Convo. And to the next episode, I really, really appreciate you guys. And remember, challenge the norm. And make sure you always tell yourself the truth. It's the strongest cure, and it's the best coping mechanism. All right, guys.